All right, now let's try that again.
You can't go straight across. You gotta go right in.
Come on, Will!
Moves out of play. Looks like it should be back now.
Yeah, we're back.
Very sorry about that. I have said before that if you are on a Dan Wilkins broadcasting stream, it is going to break at some point. It just, we do not have any success with our equipment that we use. It just doesn't work. That one's saved by. And it's very frustrating because this is a playoff game and all of our viewers deserve an uninterrupted broadcast, but that cannot happen in this business. Stockland tried to kick the ball, but it gets muffed. Be thrown in by Willis, and it goes back down to Isaac. That one was out. A little bit of a late call, but called well. Natale is back in, who is out as a result. Might be, not sure who is that. Kasich is out, so. Yep, fire truck will go back the other way, so it looks like whatever was there is no longer. Ben to Hayden. And that one is down, but he'll be lifted up by Waller. But it will be a free kick as a result, just after, just after it speaks today, just after the midfield line. And it's good! A little bit of a backhanded one, but it works the same. And it's 2-0. And Cahill seems quite defeated by that, as he has now given up 2 goals, and it's 2-0. And Tomasetti reaffirms his team that it's not over yet, not over till the final whistle blows.
Hey, keep pushing!
We're back. Pennsville this one away and sends it to Morris Till. Towards the sideline. They're off of freshman Jeffrey Wagner. But at least we got the stream back in time for that second goal. Wow, and he muffed the punt that he was supposed to get there. And it'll go out. What will it count as? Probably will count as a corner, but.
All right, now, Tony, no chances in there, Jones. You're up 2, Tony. Whole defense. Tell him, Granddad.
It was close, but it will be a corner for Hayden Wiltsey. Rolls it. Past Blaze. Sets it up for Tony. And kinda can't get there, so the free kick doesn't go.
Yeah, it's over there.
Wiltsey tried to get in there, doesn't go, goes to Morris Till. Wow. Seemed like that soccer ball tried to fight Thatcher and it won. He just seemed like to have a bad reaction to the ball hitting off of his head. Must have hit him at a bad angle and he seemed to react to it. About 53 minutes in.
Good work, Blaze.
Blaze breaks it up. And going for a tumble and losing his footing is Isaac. Jake Isaac. Up in the air.
Good Trent.
Making a little bit of a collision is Vanderstuur and Bennell, but no foul. No harm, no foul. Stockland running through, trying to get that one going. And gonna set it up as Conroy doesn't go. Wide left towards the chain link fence. You're watching coverage of Audubon Green Wave Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at the THE Dan D-A-N Wilkins WILKINS show SHOW at gmail.com.
Come on, RJ.
Oh.
Good work, Blaze. Come on, RJ.
Now Hayden. Now to George. And that'll go out of play towards the corner. Thrown in by George. "55 minutes in, here on DWB. 2-0 Audubon over Pennsville. 1 goal in the first half, 1 goal in the second half. Been rolling pretty good for them so far, but they've had 2-0 leads before that have been squandered, so have to keep that in mind. And one is out of play past Natale. Up in the air, sent down. Goes to Manning, Hayden Manning. And trying to set it up as kind of, it goes out of play. Substitutes coming in, it looks like number 6, Michelangelo, and number 12, Matt Miller. So Mike Angelo coming in now, and coming out will be number 17, Dylan Waller. And number 8, Jared Vanderstuur, so their leading scorer. Popped up in the air. Stopped by Isaac.
Stay with him, Jay.
And he goes down, little bit of a entanglement there. It'll go back out. It'll go to their goalkeeper, but it will send it back the other way. He'll pick it up and he'll bring it back to his home. He'll heave it in. Goes back out. Angelo is looking for it, doesn't get it. Also back in the game is number 42, freshman Cohen Rinier, along with Angelo. Thrown in by Blaze. France goes back out, being challenged by Shane Puckett. Goes back out to Manning. Manning to Kyle Willis. Willis gets past Kina towards Miller. Wow, going after it again is Puckett. Back up in the air. Off the right foot of Morris Till. Back out to Kina. Kina volleys this one over to Wiltsey, who might have to set up a shot. Does he get it? Does he? No. Oh, wide right. Just doesn't go. Just doesn't go. No cigar on that one.
Right back to the catcher again.
Cahill will send this one away.
Good job.
thought that was going to go towards Thomas Eddy for a second, but it is stopped off the center of the chest of Miller. And now that one's out towards Zach Fair. There, I believe that's Fair. Somewhere in the conglomerate. Yeah, there he is out there. One of the JV folks. Up in the air. Blaze to Stocklin and Wiltsey keeping it on the line, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna work. But for how long? Not very long. And that one clangs off the softball barn. They call it the barn, as you can see. There you go, the barn. 2019, it looks like it was open not too long ago. I remember before it was just a storage shed, but now it actually has some purpose to it. Going for a bit of a tumble is Blaze and Angelo. Mike Angelo, and that one will send it back the other way. Free kick. Hayden lines this one up. They'll converge at the middle. It goes over the head of Cahill for a score. And another look of defeat for Cahill. Well, he'll get back up and we'll have to attack it again.
Yeah, don't let up, Green.
Trying to get it as Willis. Go.
Hold defense now, Jay. Hold
That.
I'll pop over for you. So I do have a class. You guys can show this so that I can on it.
Good, Hayden.
This says ice baby on it. Or do you have so many sharks together?
Taken by Till.
Actually, I can go out. We could probably just, I could probably just.
The head of Wilton will go out of play. Sub coming in for 7, Hunter Smith. Coming out will be Hayden Manning and also Matt Miller.
I'll show you after the game.
Knocked down by Puckett, trying to get things rolling and get a possession good going for Pennsville.
Well, Halloween starts at 4 this year. Halloween starts at 4 this year. Oh my god, I have to get ready for Sunday. No. Oh, yeah.
Wow. With a thunderous sound.
I'm doing houses to get payback on all the boys that don't have a house, so they should all be ready. I should be on the announcements. Every boy that TP'd my house last year, you guys are all getting it this year.
Stocklin. Wow, Clark falls on his rear. I don't know if you heard, but Sean was I said Sean fell, and he said, "Why did you say that about me?" You know, just full on smile. That was hilarious. A little bit of a toe-balled kick there by Natalia, and it goes out of play, but wow. That was hilarious. That was funny. Clark's just one of those guys that just loves what he does. He wouldn't trade it for anything. Maybe a starting roster spot. That's it. Off the head of Hayden. That one goes out to Finn on the sideline. We'll see. Gonna maybe set up something, but kind of can't go for it. Now more subs coming in. Back in is Maddox Aphelis, and out is Dan Conroy. So a sophomore Aphelis coming in, and a senior Conroy out of it.
Here you go, Addison. I got you.
Liner.
Hunter, no.
Doesn't get it. He's out of play. So he's thrown in. Mike Angelo sends it to Jared Vanderstor. But here on DWB, looks like right now 65 minutes out of 80, so about 15 minutes left. With Audubon having a 3-0 lead, like we said unofficially, about 65-10. But is that actually no, it'll hug the line. As Mr. Softy goes by, and I am very jealous. I'll get ice cream later. I got like a half a pint sitting at home. I think it's Ben & Jerry's half-baked, half brownie, half chocolate chip cookie dough. Are they going to pull in the driveway? Oh my gosh, they're pulling in here. Okay. This will be a free kick. Till's got it. Oh, tried to set something up. Doesn't go, and it'll be out towards that coach that caught it earlier.
Yeah, right?
Stopped, and it goes out of play again. Whistle blown. They didn't like the way that it was thrown in, so it'll go back the other way. Back out to number 18, Michael Vesey, and Hayden gets leveled. And Pennsville doesn't like the fact that they were fouled for that. Although it was the right call. Rolls back out to Blaze.
All right, Jay.
It'll go out, not on the corner, but it'll be goal kick
now, Jay.
by Till. Again, it seems like their resident goal kick fella. Wow, a ripper right off the head of Fellas. He kind of like whipped his head around to get to the ball. Appreciate the valiant effort. Goes right around the Fellas to the 38. Brody Wiggins. That one's out of play. This will be thrown in by Heller. Again, if Audubon holds on in these next 11 and a half minutes, then they would face the winner of Burlington City and Glassboro. Liner doesn't go. Would have been close, but didn't go. This one will be kicked by Till. Trying to set up something. No, wide left. Now more subs coming in. Conroy is back. And out is Michael Vesey, the sophomore. So the senior, Conroy, will be back in it. And keep in mind, you can watch Audubon football playoff action versus the Paulsboro Red Raiders on Saturday on the NFHS network, as called by yours truly in association with Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Of course, Audubon did play Paulsboro in the last game of the regular season, but lost pretty badly, so we'll see how it fares for them. And also the Curly Cup on Thanksgiving versus the Haddon Township Hawks, a tradition. Like we said, if Audubon holds on to this, not only would they face the winner of Burlington City and Glassboro, that would be held on Halloween. So on Monday. And no, I will not be dressing up as Batman. Somebody did ask me, there was a little kid that asked me, who lives near me, is kind of going to set this one up, but saved by Cahill. But there was this little kid that lives near me, and he said, if Audubon plays on Halloween, are you going to dress up as Batman? And I said, well, A, why Batman? And B, why would I dress up for Halloween at all? I try to keep it professional. But Sean Clark keeps it professional with a shot that's about 2 feet to the right of the goal. That would have made it 4-zip. Remember, Audubon beat Glassboro in the first round of the playoffs last year by a score of 4-0, but obviously Fogline, Pennsville's coach, frustrated, saying, could have gotten us out of trouble, but that'll go to Miller. And goes to Clark and out towards Michael Colleen on the sideline. And Clark was not able to keep that one in play. Back in the play, sent out towards number 17, Dylan Waller. Kinda's got it off the right foot, or rather off of his thigh. I don't know why I'm doing I'm pointing to my thigh. You can't see me on camera, but Waller gets it past Homa. Up in the air, a high kick goes out to Blaze, who wins it, but it's out of play. One of the girls' soccer players went out there and picked up the ball and threw it to Asen. Getting that one up in the air once and twice again is Maddox Fellis, and it goes back. but it will be saved by Trent Bannell, who's now going to punt this one away. Sends one in the air. Bounced off of Casey. Got a play. Looks like about 6.5 minutes left if we're right. And now Tyler and Hassan are back in. Coming out is Sean Clark and Kaina. Remember, you might as well treat Tyler like a senior because he's reportedly not coming back to the team next year after his brother graduates. So there goes about 50% of your goal scorers right there. So next year, this, like I said in the pregame graphic, is this the year? Well, this better be the year, or else you're not going to have another shot. Wow, coming in there with like a bat out of hell is Steve Thatcher. There you go. Thrown in by Jason. Just over 5 left. Wow, goes right off his face with Vanderster. That one hit right off his face. Goes to Jake Isaac. Sends a liner. Gets stopped. He's out to Vanderster, trying to keep it on the line.
Stay with him, Jake.
Hayden's got this one. It gets blocked by Waller.
Good, RJ. Good job. Get rid of it. Come on, son.
Hassan almost had that one. Now it's back out to Hayden. To Homa. Ronnie will send this one to the other number 20, Mr. Steve Thatcher.
They played harder against us. Good, Blaze.
Blaze sends this one to Kasich. Wiltsey trying to set one up. And go back the other way. It's way up in the air. Stockland's going to try to bring it down. It goes straight off his face. Just like with Jared Vanderster. Stockland gets blocked. Now went out towards the construction site. Got about 4.5 minutes, actually 3.5 minutes left. All of Gateway's players, Pennsville's players are right there waiting to come in. So there we go. Mike Angelo is in. Hunter Smith is in. Kyle Willis. Stone Mamink. And Donnie Crick is in as well. And coming out is Waller. I can't tell everybody. Fellis. Thatcher and others. Corner by Hayden. And the kick goes way wide into the pine trees. And off of a construction / I think recycling truck. Maybe tree collection, I'm not sure. But Morris Till will send this one along. Up in the air. That one will be out of play. Desperation time for Pennsville. Like we said, the winner of today's game will play Burlington City or Glassboro on Halloween on Monday. Unofficially, about 78:08 looks like. Still winding up the time. In the final minutes as Kasich. He's going to send this one to Jason. Out to Miller. Now to Vanderster. Crick kind of trying to get over there. Up in the air, Blaze bats it. Bandel's got to come in for it, and he does. Very good, and he gets it back in the play. Although I thought he would have done one of those tricks where, you know, he's trying to save time or trying to waste time intentionally to help your guys out. Kasich kind of muffs it a little bit and frustrated with himself.
Good work, RJ. Keep working, RJ. Under wide.
Kasich working with it, stopped by Blaze, getting stopped again by Hunter Smith, and it's out of play. Now more subs coming in. Ryan Wallace and Patrick Gallagher looks like are coming in. So coming out is Tyler and Hassan. They've been kind of in and out all day, but this will be thrown in by Jason. Out to Blaze. He's going to send this one away over everybody. He's heading out to Cahill.
I'm just gonna go after the game. Starting later.
High punt.
Huh? This game? I gotta go.
It's out towards midfield. Hayden getting confronted there by Crick.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
No, wait. What time will the game be out?
Trying to send this one up in the air.
Keep working, Blaze.
Blaze trying to get this one away. To Stockland in the closing minutes or even seconds. Wiltsey with a bicycle kick that doesn't go, but an amazing effort by Wiltsey, even with your team up 3-0, gets itself in a position to maybe even score a goal, but didn't go. Wiltsey.
No? Not 10 seconds.
And no, not yet. I heard that whistle, and there we go. One down, 3 more games to go. As Audubon shuts out Pennsville for their 4th straight first-round win dating back to 2019. They have now beaten the Eagles 3-0, and like we said, on Monday, on Halloween, we'll face the winner of Burlington City and Glassboro. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes with the post-game interview and the wrap-up before we head on home. Oh my goodness, what a day for Audubon. They send themselves to the 2nd round for the 4th straight year in a row, but this time we have the clarity of not having to play Haddon Township, so what a blessing. We'll be right back in a couple minutes, actually. All right. Kinda, you ready?
Yeah.
Didn't mean to keep you waiting, just wanted to wait for the retrospect folks, because, you know, when you're trying to get your foot in the door, everything matters. So, well, let's address the elephant in the room, the bicycle kick. And you can already tell, because you were talking to the retrospect folks earlier about that bicycle kick. But how about it? I have not seen a bicycle kick in forever, even in like the pros and the Premier League. How'd you do it?
I'm gonna say it was just instinct.
Instinct, yeah.
Because the ball was perfect, and I just, literally just did it.
Just did it, yeah. You just did it.
Yeah, it was perfectly set up. I see Hayden do it all the time in training, so I just took after him. So yeah.
Well, he did it later in the game too, but just didn't score on it.
Yeah.
And you also had 2 goals in total out of the 3 today. We'll face either Glassboro or Burlington City, unless Burlington makes a huge upset. It looks like it'll be Glassboro we face. The last 3 years, Audubon has played, won in their first round and then lost in the second round. What do you think going forward? You have a game on Monday. Will this be the year that we break that streak? Because it's got to be this year. It's got to be this year that we break that streak.
I say it's time to rewrite history.
Yeah, rewrite history.
Yeah, because we're doing so good this year. Why not just go for it all?
Yeah, well, the caveat of it all was that the last 3 years that Audubon lost in the second round, it was because we ran into the unmovable bulldozer that is Haddon Township. And when you win the Coaches Cup, you're a darn good school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was, quite unfortunate that we lost to them the last 3 years. But we also haven't beaten them in any match since 2010, since I was 4 years old. So, it's been a long time coming. So we would have to make it to the final for us to face Haddon Township, which I would assume steamrolled Wildwood earlier today. But, going forward for you guys, this is going to be a swan song for you guys. Hayden and you and Tony as well. This is a young team, and do you feel like you're almost like a leader of this young team because of where you stand on the ladder of being a senior?
Yes and no. Yes, because obviously I'm a senior, and no, because we're like brothers.
Yeah.
We just talk.
There's
to each
no
other.
hierarchy. Everybody's on the same level.
This mutual respect we have for each other, and we're just gonna take every game at a time. So.
Which is great. And I heard that Tomasetti was saying that on the weekend you guys will be practicing on grass, because unless there's some upset, then we won't see another game on turf again in this bracket. So it'll be interesting to see. Kind of best of luck to you. We'll see you all on Halloween, October 31st. And as I said, no, I will not be dressing up as Batman. We'll see you all on Monday on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Everybody involved. I can't really say Matt Wagner because he's not here today, but KP1 Designs and myself. We'll see you on Monday versus either Burlington City or Glassboro. We'll see you then.